Hi, this is Mary Hurdle from Made by Marney, and today we're learning how to paper piece a combination block, step 1. A combination block is a little more difficult than a simple block. In a simple block, all of your pieces are in order. If there are 7 pieces, you simply attach them together in that order, 1 through 7. But in a combination block, because of the angles of the pieces, or maybe the piece is a little more intricate, you're going to have your piece in segments. This block has 3 segments, A, B, and C. The segments are divided by bright red lines. You need to cut the segments apart before you start to paper piece. On the block, it will tell you about how many copies you would need to efficiently cut out your pieces so they'll look like this, with a 1/4 inch excess around each piece. I'm adding a 1/4 inch for my seam allowance. You could just make 1 copy and cut right on the segment lines if you're very clever and you're absolutely sure you won't forget to allow that 1/4 inch all the way around each piece as you're piecing it. I am not that clever, so I like to do it this way. It uses a little more paper, but in the long run, it's the best way for me. It says to make 2 copies of the original. Never cut up your original. I've got my 2 copies, and I am going to cut them apart. I will cut off the directions. I'm going to save one of the directions, throw the other one away, cut off the excess, but leave anything inside the dotted line. And now I'm going to cut them into my segment pieces. So from this piece, I could efficiently cut out piece A and leave that 1/4 inch. And I don't have to be exact and measure it. I'm just eyeballing a nice generous 1/4 inch. This piece is garbage, so I could get A and C out of this one, and then I will get piece B out of this one. And when I'm done cutting, my pieces will look like this. I've saved my directions. Here are my 3 segments, and I'm ready to start paper piecing. Let me explain the numbers and letters. In each piece, the numbers would be the order you put the pieces together. I'm going to be starting with number 1, then I'll attach 2, then 3, then 4. It's important to stay in the order that the artist has created for you. There's usually a reason, a very good reason, why they're in that order. The lowercase letters denote the color code, which is at the top of the block. I deliberately kept the color code attached to the seam line, so when you cut it apart, you're not looking through your scraps for your color code. It'll be there. You also would have your original to refer to if you needed to. A is blue. There's no A in this block, but there's a B. That will be my red and white stripe, and then there's C, which will be white. And there's no D in this block, so I'm only using 2 colors to make this piece. On my block, besides telling you how many copies to make of the pattern, it's going to say segments go together in this order. So we're going to do A first, then B, sew them together, then C, and sew that on. And that's all you need to know for step 1. Thanks for joining me today. Bye.